everyone, hey, it's Tom here. Welcome back to Battle Rap Resume. It's the day after the chalked out King of the Dart Empire card that went down Saturday the 9th of June in Concrete Space, Shoreditch. It was an incredible card. I was there, just filmed a recap, recorded a recap with Ben Jones, we did a few interviews with at the show as well. Check that out on the channel, on the Patreon, iTunes, at Battle Rap Resume, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, we're here the day after with the star of the best battle that went down yesterday. Incredibly long awaited. Sensa, how's it going?
Good, man. I'm good. I'm quite drained today mentally. My voice is a bit gone, and I'm tired, mate. But yeah, I'm good. I'm really happy with how yesterday went.
What did it feel like stepping into concrete, knowing that in a few hours you're going to be battling again?
It was quite a strange feeling, mate. To be honest with you, that I was getting butterflies. I always used to get butterflies, nerves when I'd get to the city. We'd get out of the car, get out of the train or whatever, and get nerves. I was getting nerves like watching battles at home this time. Like I'd be watching Shox's battles and I'd be like, fucking hell, that's going to be me. Do you know what I mean? Like it was crazy. So yesterday, like walking in the venue, it was strange because all that nerves went as soon as I got to the building. I was like, holy fuck, man, I'm going to rip the fuck out of this, because they told me it was the pit the night before. I thought it was a stage battle. So I'd prepped all my bars. I had so much theatrics ready for the stage. For a big room performance, and like the night before they told me it was a pit, and I was like, oh shit. But when I got in there and I saw the setup, I was like, actually this is my bag. This is going to work perfectly. And then for the rest of the day I was just trying to psych myself up and get myself in the zone. It was a crazy feeling, though. It really was. It was such a throwback. I mean, 4 years is a really, really long time to not do something in such a high intense pressure situation, and then to go back to it again, it was just it's exciting, mate. It was a proper adrenaline rush.
And headlining as well. You are the main focal point. Like I was saying in the recap with Ben, in the battles before, some people were sitting down on their phone, whatever. But when it got announced that you two guys were battling the, penultimate battle, really, because we had Matter versus Peanut outside, everyone was so excited for this. Like we spoke like early in the day, and I think that was like around second or third battle. So you know, as a battler who's top of the card, you have to wait around a lot. Is that annoying? Do you want to just battle or?
Yeah, man, it's so annoying because I came with quite a lot of friends yesterday. Yeah. And I just wanted to have a beer and get some Jack Daniels in me and stuff, and just enjoy the show, like enjoy the battles, because like this is the thing. I spoke to you before, when I was battling before, I got to a point where I was writing my bars in the car on the way to the venue and stuff like that. This time I was so prepped. I'd learnt my shit, a long time ago. Like I was probably fully prepped 2 or 3 days before, ready to go there and then. So this time I only ran through my bars once on the day. I was so relaxed and felt so good to go. I just wanted to go. I was ready straight away. I just wanted to get it out of the way, get it done. So it is quite a frustrating thing. But then, it's just one of those things, man. It's like building up towards it in the event. People are looking forward to the battle, and it's fair enough. It's at the end. I felt bad for Peanut and Matter because they were in the ring, weren't they? They were ready to go.
Yeah, unfortunately there was long delays at the start, which kind of affected the pacing. But at least it's very important that we got this battle indoors. And was it cool to you? To see Gannick there at the front row?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and that was it's quite a surreal thing to see him there.
Yeah.
It's quite strange, but he's such a fucking cool guy. I don't know if you spoke to him properly, but he is literally such a cool guy. Away from this, like you can talk to him and he's just so easy to get on with. Ask him anything about battling or anything his business mind turns on straight away. He's a really intelligent guy. It's just really nice to have him there, man. He's an absolute fucking king in this community, and it does good for British battle rap to have him there. It was great.
And you going first, was that a decision or?
Yeah, it was. It was a strategical decision that in the end wasn't necessary. In hindsight, I probably would have been better to have gone second. But the reason I wanted to go first is because I thought he was going to counteract my angles. So I was like, right, if I'm going to mention this rape shit, he's going to mention it. If he goes first, he's going to mention it and close it down and be like, look, we spoke to lawyers, we did this or whatever, I was expecting him to close it down. So if he did that and then I'm standing there saying all this shit that he's just cancelled out, it would have been terrible. So I thought I need to go first. And Shox asked me, do you want to go first or second? And so I chose to go first. In the end, he didn't counter it or didn't anything. He just came with his usual stuff that he comes with. So yeah, it was my choice. And in hindsight, I wish I should have gone second, but it is what it is.
I mean, it's unfortunate for Shox at least that this scandal happens, and then the first person he gets afterwards is you.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like, I didn't even know about it when I accepted the battle, though.
Right.
To make that clear,
Right.
I didn't know that anything had happened. The only thing I knew about was the flood situation. I did not know that there was a scandal at all. And then I sort of had a look on his Twitter and went back and seen some big massive apology, and I was like, oh shit, what's this? This is gold. This is gold. Like, people will be like, oh, it's a ridiculous angle, an obvious angle, anything. If it was me and I was battling somebody else, I mean, you'd be stupid not to mention it, especially with my style. Like, someone else like O'Shea might not have mentioned it, or but I'm Sensa. You expect that shit, and that's gold for me. And my thing with it was, I wanted to make a big deal out of it, but I wanted to do it in a way that I could do nearly a whole round about it, but it wouldn't be boring by the end of it. That was the whole point. I know doing a whole round about one angle might seem played, but I'm pretty sure when people watch it, they're going to be like, they're not going to be thinking, God, this angle's boring. They're going to be like, shit, this is fire.
Yeah.
That's my opinion on it.
Absolutely agree. Yeah. As I said, this is my favourite round of the entire event. I was going crazy with Carbon. Everyone's going crazy. Did you feel that energy? Did you see that? Because the room hadn't been going like that for any of the writing until this round.
Yeah, I mean, I can remember saying to Gannick just before it, you wait, give it 5 minutes, mate, and this place is going to explode. I felt so confident that me and Shox are going to do that. Not just me, I'm not being big-headed and saying I'm going to do this. It's like me and Shox are going to do this. Like me and Shox are going to, because like this is the thing. And I said to Shox after the battle, I was like, look, I've been waiting ever since this got announced to be able to tell you what a fan I am of yours. We had that conversation, didn't we, ages ago about what would make you come back, and I was like, it's going to take something really special to make me come back. And then when he called me out, and I actually went and paid attention and watched his battles, I was like, yo, this guy is pretty fucking special. And yeah, so I'm talking about the energy, like. I could feel it, man. It was fucking crazy. Like, I can't remember for a long, long, long time me being in a battle and feeling that energy like that.
No, it was wild in there.
The jungle, man. It was crazy.
Everything was landing really hard.
Yeah, it was a dream. Like, it was just like it seemed to me that in that first round, every single bar set the place on fire. It was like.
It did.
It's like, yeah, it's just crazy to me. And like seeing there's always this validation thing with, like, I think a lot of battlers might have this, is with Tony.
Oh, yeah.
If you see Tony reacting to your bars, then you're sort of doing a pretty good job. And Tony was reacting to the shit and showing love, so that always means a lot, man. And yeah, it's crazy. I just can't get over like how well that first round went. I just wish I'd had 2 other rounds that were on the same level,
The angle maybe is a little bit familiar, but the way you executed the whole rape alarms with wristbands on entry, and the whole idea of the keeping the rape quiet like the Catholic Church, the reasoning, the examination, the scrutiny that you held it up to was crazy. And I think a lot of people feel that Shox's early stumble and his kind of okay first, he was kind of affected by you because you really put your foot down here.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much like planning. Like, this is the thing for this battle, and this is why I was saying on the forum and stuff and Twitter that I'm not taking this shit lightly. I'm taking this shit seriously. Everything was thought out. Like, so the whole thing was like, I needed the whole Catholic Church, that whole scheme. I needed to introduce, that was my introduction bar, and I always planned to have an introduction bar to the situation in a 4-bar scheme that would explain it. So if you were talking to someone in the pub and you told them these 4 bars, they would understand exactly what you were talking about. And I feel that, like, there's some people in the crowd that aren't on the forum, and some people there that don't follow us guys on Twitter. So it's like, I need to explain it in a way that they're going to get it. So it was like, right, that's the introduction bar. Let's tell them the whole history. And I think that it worked,
Shox still was great, like, in the first, but you didn't find it as personal, as tailored as your stuff?
Yeah, I mean, that's always going to be the case with Shox. But the thing is, like, on this occasion, I was telling all my mates and stuff, like my mates that aren't battle rappers or don't follow it and stuff, who've been talking to me about it and stuff. I've been saying to them, look, he's going to come personal this time. There's no way, like, everyone who battles me in the past, because I'd always been the one that did the personal shit, everyone always did it back. because they felt like that was something that they have to do to match me, because that's what I'm doing. Not to match me skill wise, but the tone of the battle will be set, and it's like they need to sort of be on that same wave to an extent. Like Zen said some fucked up shit, which he doesn't normally do that much. So I thought like Shox is definitely going to come personal as fuck in this battle, and he didn't.
Yeah.
And in mate, like I said, I'm a fan of his. When he's standing in front of you, he is probably the second best person I've been in front of performance wise, and it's I don't know. I probably would say he's possibly even the best that I've stood in front of. Two different reasons. The reasons why I would say he isn't the best I've been in front of is because I've always regarded Disaster the best.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's just because Disaster's my favourite battler ever, and I was starstruck when he was in front of me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Disaster's energy was crazy, but then Shox has got that energy as well, and his writing is fucking phenomenal. Like, disgusting. Like, you're standing there in front of him and you're thinking, holy, how does he write 3 rounds of that shit in 6 weeks? Like, it's that, like, rappers can go for an entire career of 20 years in the game of being a hip hop MC or a rapper and can't write that much good material. He does it in 6 weeks, and I think he's had a lot going on this time, so he did it in less time than that. Like, he's an animal, and it was like an honor to be in that battle, because I know how fucking good he is, and I always did. I never underestimated him. Obviously, I'm not a fucking idiot. I knew how good he was going to be. But what did you think, man? Like, obviously you're a fan of battle rap and like a student of the game and everything. Like, what did you think of Shox on the day? His writing and his performance.
Yeah, I thought it was decent. I thought he certainly won the second, because the second, your angles didn't really connect. I felt you went for the obvious tragedies, like the rape case and now the sewage pipe in the house.
Yep.
And it started well, but I just felt people got a little tired of all the shit stuff, I suppose.
Yeah. See, I just didn't think that was going to go down like that. I thought the thing was, so I started the round off making it look like I was going to be really horrible about it. And then like really nasty, like on some shit like, I'm glad it happened, you deserved it, your family deserved it, which I was never going to say because I don't agree with that. And I tried to make jokes, shit like, when I battled a Disaster, it was a blood in the water. When you battled a Disaster, blood, it was water. Like,
that was great.
I tried to just make jokes of it, and like my bar that I thought was going to be my best bar didn't get much reaction, and like the whole way through this battle, it's just like I always thought that this was going to be the one about the sewage pipes. I thought that was going to be the one with the turtle heads.
Yeah.
I literally thought that was like the best bar I've ever written, and then I wrapped it like it was the best bar I've ever written, and then it's like
it was like a goofy pun. It was fine, but
and the setup was like he has flashbacks, and every time he poos, he cries. I told some friends, they're like, you can't say poo in a rap battle. I was like, it's funny though, isn't it? It's like, it's a funny bar, it's a funny setup, but it's cool. Yeah, the second round, I mean, it's hard to remember when you're in it, because obviously it's such a fucking intense moment. It's hard to remember exactly what's going on, but my personal opinion on it, and people will disagree with me or people will agree with me or whatever, is I've been in a battle with Ark where I got beaten comfortably, and I've been in battles where I've lost, and I know the feeling, what it feels like when you're losing. And in this battle, I had the overwhelming feeling that I was winning. That's just, straight up. If I felt that he beat me, I would say straight up he beat me.
He didn't beat you. No, he didn't beat you.
there's no reason for me not to say the truth on it. I'm not like an arrogant enough person to stand here and say I fucking beat him, even though I didn't. I just genuinely feel that I did. But either way, I did what I set out to do, and that was to show all the people who have been battling for the last 4 years that my status as, one of the top tier guys from the old days was for a reason, and that I could still hang with them guys, and I still believe that. I believe that there's nobody that I can't keep up with, and that was my thing, and I wanted to impress Organic because I want to go back to Canada. And I feel like I did that, so it was a good day. And Shox had some bar that was so disgusting. I was like, holy fuck, this guy! Something about carving the name into my son's head. Or some shit.
Yeah. So
It's like
like, yeah,
that's the thing
whenever
with
your
Shox,
child
man.
says it, they remind you where you came from or some shit. Yeah,
Yeah, like with
that's fine.
Shox, like when as a rapper myself, well, I'm not a rapper. I'm just a fucking guy that battles. But as someone who does write stuff, to hear him rapping in front of you is overwhelming. And I'm the same as the fans. Like I'm not going to have caught everything he said, and maybe my opinion on the battle will change when I watch it back.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, because he's just phenomenal. That guy.
The thing about Shox, I think, you're just a bit more bespoke, and he hits with really harsh truths, like the idea
Yeah,
of him paying for his brother's crime, and washing
yeah,
his trousers, and being ready,
yeah.
ready made to jump out the window. It's like that stuff's incredible, but I don't know what it means about Sensa.
That's my reason why I think I won the battle. I mean, this is the thing, and this is like, and Shox. Someone might show this to Shox, and me and Shox were sitting together having a beer right now. We'd have this conversation, and it's all love because me and Shox after the battle we got on real good, real nice
Oh yeah,
guy, fucking respectful bloke. As I was to him, we got on well, and he's a fucking cracking fella. I believe that if Shox puts all that shit down on an album and raps the way that he can rap, then it'll be absolutely phenomenal. He's got a story to tell, and he can tell it better than anyone I've heard. And his delivery on tracks is great. It's just like that shit isn't like it's not aimed at me, And I
yeah,
said in my close, I was like, there's not one indirect bar in all three verses that you find me spit.
yeah.
Check YouTube, you won't find three verses of direct bars in all battles combined of his. It's like it kind of proved that you're meant to be battling me, not telling me, you know, what your life's been like. But like, that sounds really disrespectful, but it's not meant to be. I
Yeah,
don't
no,
mean
you're
that
right. You're
disrespectfully.
right. That's
I
kind of
don't mean
how
it
it felt.
disrespectfully at all
Yeah.
because he's incredible. Like, the shit that the way he articulates his stuff makes you feel like it cuts deep. It does really cut deep, but it's just not aimed at me. And I think if you're doing it punches landed on your opponent, then I think I won the battle. But it is what it is, man. It was a great battle. As long as people are talking about it and it's causes debate and people enjoy it, then that's what we were there to do.
Everyone's going to want to watch this battle anyway, and because it was
Yeah,
such a success, I have a feeling
yeah.
that it's going to be pretty popular, and it was, a fantastic showing for the league and for both of you. So, just going to get to some of the live stream questions. Please ask your questions for those in the live stream. Got one from Carl.
Go for it,
Says,
man.
"Would you be up for Premier battles?"
No,
No.
no, I wouldn't. And it's not a slight on Premier. I mean, I don't actually, to be honest with you, I don't actually know the structure of Premier battles.
Right.
But if it means that I'm committed to 4 battles, then no. Like I would be more than happy to work with Shotty and Briggs and all those guys, like 100%. If I can do a one-off battle somehow on that platform, then I'm more than happy, to speak to them. Me and Shots have spoke quite a lot in the past, and Briggs as well. I never met either of them though, which is kind of strange.
Right.
But I would like to battle for them guys, but it's just I'm not willing to commit to 4 battles or
Yeah. Have
however
you
many
have
they
you
do.
seen any of the battles at all? Because some of them are on YouTube now.
Yeah, man, I bought the pay-per-view.
Oh, right.
I bought the match day 3, man. I bought that shit.
What did you think?
This is the thing. Like, this caused a lot of hate on the forum, but I was quite underwhelmed with Villain Raptor.
Okay.
That's just my opinion. I mean,
Yeah.
I expected more from both of those guys.
Right.
I thought it was the worst battle on the card, which is crazy because everyone seems to see it differently. It's just my opinion, man.
Yeah.
It's just me. It's like Villain just
Koj
had,
Quill was great.
yeah. Koj fucking, that's the best I've ever seen him. Like I've seen some of his battles in the past and wasn't particularly that impressed, but this time he really showed out. It was like a real breakout performance. It was great. I enjoyed Dialects, Chris Lee's as well. I thought that was good.
Yeah.
Rivers I've never seen before this battle, and I thought Rivers was great.
Frankie as well in that clash. Tommy Kaboom saying, "Who's next for you?"
That's a little bit up in the air at the moment. Basically, my thing yesterday, I saw it as an audition for King of the Dots Empire card. That was what it was basically for me. I wanted to do well. I want to go back to Canada. Canada was a fantastic experience, and me and Gannick get on real good. And you know, I can't talk for him, but he seemed to be quite happy with what me and Shox did, and I would hope that that means he was happy with me. So I said to Organic that we'll when you're back in Canada, enjoy your holiday, hit me up, and we'll talk.
Right.
That would then be my priority, which means I'm not going to take any battles, you know, until I've spoken to him.
And who would you like to battle over there, ideally?
Oh, man, like I always wanted to battle Holohan.
Mm,
Always.
that would be
Me
sick.
and Holohan have spoken a lot. You wouldn't know, but we've spoken a lot on Twitter and stuff, and DMs and conversations, and we got on real well. But we've always said if me and him battled, it would be that's my perfect battle. It's like me and Shox again.
Mm,
It's going to be aggressive. There's going to be angles. It's going to be nasty. So that's what I like, man. Like, I don't
yeah.
like battles where I like the guy I'm battling.
Oh yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, like not making excuses. But when I battled Ark, me and Ark have known each other since we were like 16.
Sure.
You know, like I can't get in for them up for that shit. Like Zen, I always got on alright with Zen. It's just like I need to hate the person or not know him. So when I battled, I'm kind of like Dylan White from boxing. Like, I want to hate my opponent before I get in the ring with him. It brings out the best of me, mate. So over there, like Holohan, but active battlers right now, like I don't really know, man. It's
Mm.
quite tricky. Like I don't know. I just need to speak to Organic and see what he says really. But I mean, I'm happy pretty much to take any battle over in Canada as long as it's something that's gonna inspire me to write well. You know, I don't want to go over there battle just because it's a battle in Canada and it's a holiday. I want to from now on, like if I'm going to battle, it needs to bring out the best in me. And yes, we have to wait and see on that one.
In the chat, Mega Super Ultra Thingy saying it's so hype hearing Sensa actually enjoying and being excited about battle rap again.
Yeah, yeah, it's kind of crazy. I
It
never
is.
thought it was going to
It
happen.
really
Like,
is. Like, you know, it's so good to see you, Batman. And I want to say, any Sensa fans out there, this first round is monumental. One of your best rounds, I'd say.
yeah, I think it's my best ever round, definitely. I
Mm.
mean, I think the whole performance was probably my best ever performance.
Yeah.
I think the writing was better than what I've ever had before, and I was really disappointed on the day because I know that I fucked up on one of my bars, which was one of those bars which is like a modern bar,
Right.
which was it without King of the Dots help this league would not explode. Premier battles have put the numbers together. Dominoes, you need to read the signs like you had no sat nav and on the road. The Zodiac has seen your whole circle and crossed you though because you got destroyed by Gemini and now your league's in shoddy horoscope.
Mm.
I fucked it up, man, and it's like it just didn't come out right at all, and it was really disappointing.
Yeah,
So I wanted to show that I
horoscope
can
people
do that.
liked, but yeah.
I wanted to show I can do that style of
Mm.
writing. So when I first started writing for this battle, the first bar I ever wrote for this battle was my opening bar about the James Bond shit and all the different schemes like
Yes,
I
yeah.
had card games and James Bond movies, and I thought I'm going to try and match Shox bar for bar. I then realised after a few days that them sort of bars don't come easy, and I was like, actually, do you know what? I need to just do me,
Right.
you know, yeah, and it's been enjoyable, mate. I've enjoyed the writing for it. I've enjoyed the prepping. It's been nowhere near as bad as what it used to be, which is weird because I used to fucking hate it more than anything.
Mm. Absence makes the heart grow fonder, I suppose, to a certain extent.
Absolutely.
Um, John Vanderput asking, is there anything you've learned after this experience in contrast to the past?
Oh, I don't really know what that means. Like,
No, no. It's quite enigmatic. So, I mean, what have you learned from this battle? Like, what didn't you expect, I suppose?
um, it's quite hard to know. Like, it's because of the change of my appearance. A lot of people didn't recognise me.
Yeah.
There's like a couple of people in the crowd that were like, "Oh shit, is that Sensa? I've been talking to him today, but I didn't realise."
Yeah, man.
Um,
Yeah, you look healthy, man. It's good to see.
yeah, it's like just lost weight, mate. It's about 4.5 stone I've lost. So lost the
Uh,
weight, grown a beard. But no, like things I've learned is like quite a hard thing to say because I've been there and done it before. My thing is, and I still think this now that UK battle rap now, um, everyone's the same. Not everyone's the same as in. It's just like it's just, in my opinion, it's just word plays.
right.
You know, like they're just looking for just word plays, and it's like who can think of the best way to find a word that means two things if you say it in different contexts, and that's what the crowd go for. And I wanted to come out and show that it's not all about just finding two words that mean two different things. You know, I feel like it might just be me because I'm an older generation, but I just prefer the characters that we used to have. It's like wrestling, you know. Like nowadays, I think the wrestlers are all not the same as what they were in the Attitude Era and stuff. You
Yeah.
know, that's just my opinion, man.
Mm.
But I mean, not disrespecting the guys because everyone put on yesterday.
Yeah, who did you like? Did you see anyone in particular?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I wasn't like front row for any of the battles. I was just trying to get my headspace, but a few guys did really stand out. Mackenzie really stood out to
Yeah.
me. It's the reason being like his projection was so good. You know, like you could hear that fucking guy. Every single word he said was so clear, and he was aggressive, and he was in his face, and I really, really liked him. Who else? I thought Hulk was good.
Yeah, yeah. Best I've seen Hulk.
Yeah, it was for me. I thought Hulk did really good. Who else? Dialect as well.
Yeah.
I think when Dialect did his rap verse, when he rapped, that shit was like there was like the bar staff. There was a lady behind the bar, and she was like dancing to that when he was rapping. She was going crazy.
What was that thing in the battle where you mentioned Bobby and a little incident?
Yeah, that was such a shame, man, that
Mm.
happened. Like such a fucking shame because this scheme I had was like I don't even know how many bars it is. I've never actually counted the bars, but it's like say more than a 16, maybe a
Mm.
24 or something. It was a long scheme breaking down why I don't like battle rap as much as I used to, and what all the problems I think that battle rap has in the writing style and the way that people perform, and it built up momentum. And the first I was rapping it, and it was building up, and I was like, "Chad, don't flop." When we rapped in a subway to three fucking people trying to bring life to this, and everyone
Mm.
reacted. The scheme was building up and building up and building up, and it gets to a point where I'm like. I see Bobby Rex, Jay Short, and Scoop on some high and mighty shit, and then I'm like, well, fuck them, fuck rap them, just like on this thing where I'm cussing out everyone in the crowd, and then Bobby's just like, "I'll fucking knock you out, mate." And I was like, "You fucking, what's a fucking bar, mate? What are you doing?"
Yeah.
You know. And then Bobby's like stood down like straight away, and he's like, "Bro, like, you know, everyone's like, like I see Raptor on Facebook saying, "Oh, I nearly got the Bobby Rex treatment." Come on, that's just fucking salt, mate. That's just hating for no reason. It's not the Bobby Rex treatment. Bobby and me spoke straight away after the battle, and Bobby was very apologetic straight away, saying, "I'm really sorry. It's very unprofessional of me. I was just so gassed off the battle. I was so in the moment." And then I heard my name, and I was just like, "Fuck you, mate." And he was very apologetic,
Mm.
and it was a shame because I then reran the whole scheme, and the scheme had no crowd reaction, and I stuttered. The first time I did the scheme, flawless, like perfect, no stutters. Second time I stuttered, it had no crowd reaction, and it completely destroyed the round. So it's a shame. But me and Bobby spoke. There was no real threat of actual violence at all. It was just a fucking it's battle rap, mate. It happens. If you're standing there cussing people out, someone might stand up and say something. It's just a shame that he was front row and it interrupted the scheme.
Certainly, yeah, it was a bit of a disappointment, but the
It's a shame.
battle, yeah, it was a shame, but battle as a whole is pretty immaculate. Paul Dunn asking, would you battle Soul or Dialect? Obviously, you have already battled Dialect, but would you battle Soul?
Yeah, I mean, dialect obviously done before.
Yeah,
Soul, I don't see why not. If
I
the
mean
situation was right,
that
I don't
that's a
know.
sort of that's a sort of battle you're not going to say no to, is it?
It would. I mean, I, I'm not going to say yes to it.
Hmm,
Like, I'm not now going to say yes. I want to battle
sure.
Soul. Um, but I mean, we can possibly talk. I mean, I don't know who's going to put it on. If it's going to be,
Yeah,
yes, I guess it'd be chalked out.
probably.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. This is the thing. I can't do anything until I've spoken to King of the Dot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But the Soul
absolutely.
one makes sense for sure. The Soul one makes sense. I
Soul,
can see.
Gemini, Respect
Yeah,
BA. There's a few names.
yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like, Gemini for sure.
Hmm.
I would take that battle. Gemini. He's the guy that everyone says is the fucking undefeated king, never lost a round. Well, put me in front of him and he'll lose a round. I
Yeah,
said that
you
yesterday
versus Gem. Yeah,
in my bars. I said that.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, yeah, man. Respect BA. I don't know about Respect BA battle. I don't know. Me and Respect BA go back a long way. It
It
would
would it
kind of
would be
be
a
one
real
of
OG clash.
it would be, but like I don't know how he feels about it. Like he might
Yeah.
feel differently, but like I've known Respect BA again for a very long time, and me and Respect BA have always seen eye to eye and got on very well. And I've chilled with him and played games with him, and like had him round at I've been round his house and chilled. Like he's one of them guys that I get on with, and I just don't know if it would be a good battle. I don't know if I could write for it because I don't hate him.
I see that.
I
I
don't
see
hate
that.
Gemini, but it's
No.
just like, it's just like I can build up hatred in myself by watching him and be like, yo, he thinks he's undefeated. Like, fuck that guy. He's never lost a round. He'll lose a round to me. That's how I can build it up, like in my head that I hate him.
Yeah.
With Respect BA, it's like he's a friend. Me and Respect BA were speaking on Messenger about 3 weeks ago about boxing and martial arts and stuff. So it's just weird. I can't battle people like that, man.
Yeah. Yeah, Respect BA is the greatest. Definitely going to have him on the show soon. We're going to be looking back on the WRCs, special little episode, so definitely look out for that. Yeah, I want to urge people, I suppose, to pick up the pay-per-view when it goes on sale and watch this battle. I know there's going to be an influx of purchases because people are really excited and people are really happy that it was such a good battle. Any final thoughts on the clash, Sensa?
Yeah, like you say, man. Anyone that's got any interest in UK battle rap on a whole, like, to not fucking blow my own trumpet or nothing or Shox's, but if you like UK battle rap, you need to see this battle. As simple as that. There's no two ways about it. I smashed it. Shox smashed it. The crowd smashed it. Everyone. The whole thing was just the perfect vibe. Everyone that wanted this battle to happen and was looking forward to this battle or wasn't too sure about it or thought it was going to be trash, whatever, I guarantee you, if you fucking watch the pay-per-view, you're going to see it and you're going to be like, holy shit, them boys put on a show. As simple as that. And it was an honour to be there to battle Shox. Shox is one of the best, but now I know he's having a hiatus, and I was lucky to get to clashing before. You just need to get the pay-per-view. I'm getting it later on. I can't fucking wait to watch it. I've got some friends coming around. We're going to sit and watch the whole thing, watch all the battles that I didn't get to see. Everyone was saying that all the other battles are really good. So, get the pay-per-view and support Shox in what he does. If he's got music coming out or whatever, support him because he's one of the most talented guys the scene's ever had. And, respect him and support him wherever.
Absolutely, yeah, and I want to concur that the event was fantastic. I saw all the battles, and yeah, it was one of the best events I've been to in a few years, really. Just the quality of the internationals and the domestics was terrific, including you guys, you versus Shox. So yeah, definitely pick it up. Support us at Battle Rap Resume. Get in touch with me on the email. Patreon's there, iTunes. Sensa, how do people get at you?
Oh man, just on Facebook, SENSA is my name, like Sensa. Twitter, Sensa UK. I'm not really, you can get at me and send me messages of whatever, but I've got no music or nothing, so it's just we can talk battles though, But yeah, man, it's not really. It's weird, man. I'm not a rapper, but I just do this,
Yeah, you're a battle rapper, man. It's better.
I'm a battle rapper.
I said this
Just
earlier.
about.
It's like everyone wants everyone wants rappers to get real rappers in battle rap. But it's like I want battle rappers in battle rap. Like just people who care about bars like yourself. So yeah,
this was a funny conversation, man. Everyone should have seen this conversation between me and Tony yesterday because Tony said something on Facebook last week about how his opinion of me as a rapper was that I was a big bag of trash, and now it's improved a little bit. I'm now just a Twix rapper rolling past him on the street. So when I see him, I put my arm around him and I was like, "Careful, Tony, mate. There's a fucking Twix rapper down there." And we was talking, and he was like, "Bro, I respect what you do, but as a rapper, you are fucking terrible." And I was like, "I know, mate. Like, that's why I don't make music, mate. Like, I'm not a rapper."
You had that EP though, didn't you?
Yeah, can we not mention that, please? We'll forget that. We'll forget that.
All right. Well, this has been great. So check out the pay-per-view. Follow Sensa. Sensa, thanks again.
No worries, man. It was a pleasure. Anytime.